So today's the big day, huh?
The day you become a moccasin.
You might be feeling nervous.
Or you might be feeling excited.
Either way, it's important to know both feelings are valid.
Here in the heart of Lakeland, you'll be surrounded by scientists, entrepreneurs, creative geniuses, competitive athletes,
And some of the top Division II sports teams in the nation.
But most of all, you'll find a home.
A space where you'll be supported,
while having tons of fun getting involved and making a difference.
all the while making lifelong friends in the process.
Because here at Florida Southern, you'll be able to achieve anything you set your mind to.
Whether you want to do groundbreaking research
Or start a new organization.
Our small class sizes and close connections with your faculty will set you up for the next 4 years and opportunities after you graduate.
So you're probably sitting there wondering,
When do you begin to be a moccasin?
Well, today is that first day.
and it's time for you to make your own mark on this campus.
now you're a mock for life.
Now, you're a mock for life.
Now, you're a mock for life.
Now, you're a mock for life.
Well, welcome to Florida Southern College on this auspicious occasion as we formally launch the 2022-2023 academic year and the 139th year of educating students to make a positive and consequential impact on society. I now invite our Reverend Timothy Wright, the Florida Southern College chaplain, to deliver our invocation.
Will you pray with me? Almighty God, as we welcome these new students into the Florida Southern family, we seek your blessings on all that we do. At the beginning of this journey, we recognize that there will be exciting times ahead, unforeseen challenges, and many opportunities to grow and learn. Fill us with a courageous spirit and a sense of adventure so that we might face the future unafraid. Give us eyes to see creatively, hands to work constructively, and warm hearts to create a community of care and nurture. And in all that we do, as faculty, staff, and students, may we strive to create a legacy of excellence and success. All this we ask, trusting in your guidance and in your amazing grace. Amen.
It is a privilege to welcome all of you into the Florida Southern College community. Parents, the faculty and I understand the importance of this day in your lives, and I assure you that your sons and daughters are entering an environment where they will be individually valued learners. They will study with an extraordinary faculty of renowned teacher scholars who are committed to their success. Our students are challenged during the time they seek their degrees, but if they work hard in 4 years, or less if they're transferring, they will not only bear your name, but also they will have the distinction throughout their lifetimes of carrying the prestigious Florida Southern College name as alumni, indeed, mocks for life. We share your dreams for them and are committed to preparing them to achieve their goals. Now I want to extend a very special welcome to the members of the class of 2026. Welcome, new mocks. Your class is one of the most talented in Florida Southern College history. It includes 22 valedictorians and salutatorians, and numerous students with perfect scores on sections of the SAT and ACT. You need to find those students and get them in your study groups. Along with excelling in the classroom, the incoming class has demonstrated extraordinary leadership ability with Eagle Scouts and Girl Scout Gold Award recipients. You are also exceptionally talented in sports with a karate black belt, a professional international water skier, and 169 new moccasin athletes among you. Members of the class have shown an impressive commitment to service, earning the prestigious Duke of Edinburgh Award, the Presidential Service Award, and the Arts for Life Achievement Award. Your interests are also diverse. We have an app designer, a novelist, a Florida State Press Corps delegate, a national champion in computer coding, and you are scholars, world travelers, mission volunteers, and we are excited to see how you will contribute your unique talents and experiences to our community. Within your class are future captains of industry, physicians and nurses who will heal us, attorneys who will help us settle disputes, ministers who will tend our souls, politicians who will make progress toward a more peaceful world, educators who will teach us and our children and grandchildren, leaders in many professions, and volunteers who will enrich the quality of communities around the nation and around the world. May God bless each of you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Arden Mitchell, Director of Admissions. Arden.
President Kerr, Provost Hollingshead, distinguished faculty, parents, and guests, and especially our new students, I am so glad to have the opportunity to welcome the newest members of the Florida Southern College community. Choosing the right college is a journey that for many of you began more than a year ago, and I know I speak for the admissions staff and the entire Florida Southern College community when I say that we are truly honored that you have chosen to call this campus your college home. The famed American architect and designer of the Florida Southern campus, Frank Lloyd Wright, once said, "I know the price for success, dedication, hard work, and unremitting devotion to the things that you want to see happen." As you embark on this next great journey in your life, I challenge you to heed Wright's advice and work relentlessly towards your goals. On behalf of the admissions staff, once again, I welcome you. It has been our pleasure to work with you during this exciting time in your lives. I now have the distinct pleasure of officially handing you over to the faculty and staff of the Florida Southern College community. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you, the outstanding class of 2026. Welcome. I am delighted to welcome you and your families to the Florida Southern community. I will echo President Kerr in saying how much I look forward to seeing the ways that you will contribute to our community of learners. On this occasion, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing the faculty of Florida Southern College. In doing so, I would like to extend the metaphor that Ms. Mitchell just used. As she noted, your journey of choosing the right college, the journey that brings you to this moment, began some time ago. Today, your journey takes on new meaning and gathers momentum toward a destination that you imagine when you set out to select the right college. In many respects, though, it is a different kind of journey that you begin today. One that may keep that original destination in sight, but also one that will open vistas never before seen. As you embark on this important journey, the group of teacher scholars who make up our faculty will be expert guides along the way. They are a truly distinguished group. They have honed their minds and their crafts at the greatest universities and colleges in the world: Duke, Carnegie Mellon, Yale, Brown, Harvard, Columbia, Penn, and of course, Florida Southern College. Collectively, they have written hundreds of books and thousands of articles. They have exhibited and performed in venues across the country and around the globe. They are sought-after consultants in areas of business, education, healthcare, law, agriculture, and many other fields. They are, in short, accomplished scholars and practitioners in the fields that each of you want to pursue. Their scholarly and professional accomplishments are impressive, and they are an important reason why your professors will be such exceptional guides on your journey. However, as impressive as these accomplishments are, their dedication as teachers is matchless. Year in and year out, I stand amazed at their ability to integrate their lives as scholars and educators, and I am convinced that this is what makes Florida Southern such a special place to learn and grow. As teacher scholars, they understand that each of you will travel a path all your own. They will, of course, share their knowledge with you and help you develop the skills that you need for success in your chosen field. Still, over the next 4 years, they recognize that the most important thing that they can do for you is help you to take charge of your education. They know that the truly successful students are those who learn how to define for themselves what they want to accomplish here and later in life. They know that this is the first step towards living a more fulfilling life, a life with purpose and personal agency. Overall, they know that when you take control of your own education, you also begin to take ownership of your future. And it is because they understand all of this so well that they are the best guides that I can think of for a journey this momentous. Each year, the Florida Southern student body raises up one of these exceptional teacher scholars for even greater recognition as the Omicron Delta Kappa Teacher of the Year. It is a tradition that each year, the ODK Teacher of the Year address the student body at this convocation. This year's ODK Teacher of the Year is Dr. Sylviana Falcon. Dr. Falcon is an assistant professor of business administration in the Barney Barnett School of Business and Free Enterprise, where she also holds the Dorothy C. Tanner Endowed Chair in Ethics in Business and Economics. She earned her bachelor's degree from Florida Southern, master's degrees from the University of South Florida and Webster University, and her doctoral degree from Central Michigan University. Dr. Falcon's scholarly activity focuses on 2 areas of discovery: innovative teaching strategies and psychological resiliency. In August of 2021, she published a book on pedagogy entitled Lectures and Play, and this summer she published an article on resiliency in the prestigious Harvard Business Review. Dr. Falcon also is a very successful business owner and entrepreneur who continues to manage her own real estate businesses. Dr. Falcon's work in the classroom has been outstanding since she joined the college, and today is not the first time that she has been recognized for her excellence as an educator, having previously received both local and national awards for her teaching. Please join me in welcoming to the podium this passionate teacher and expert guide, Dr. Sylviana Falcon, Omicron Delta Kappa Teacher of the Year.
Thank you, Dr. Hollinshead, for such kind and thoughtful introduction. Wow, what an honor to be here today. First, I want to thank our administration and my wonderful colleagues, knowing that your mentorship and guidance on how to be a better professor played a significant role in my receiving this award is a phenomenal feeling. I thank you genuinely. I feel honored to share this remarkable moment with all of you. To the class of 2026, congratulations. Despite unimaginable obstacles in the last couple of years, you made it. While it may be hard to understand right now, everything that you have endured has weighed heavier on your parents because they want your dreams to come true. Perhaps I dare to say even more than you do. But as they witness you standing on the precipice of freedom, they're facing something even scarier: everyday life without you. It is my goal today to give you and your parents words of wisdom and comfort as you both face an important time of transition and adjustment. Therefore, I want to first acknowledge the parents, somewhere back there, who have spent the last 18 years planning, working, sacrificing so that you can be here for this moment filled with anticipation and excitement, but also with trepidation. Although as a parent, you have practiced over the years releasing them to kindergarten, overnight camps, and sleepovers, it's not the same as the motherlode of all exits, heading off to college. Parents, today marks the start of a new era. You will go from knowing their friends, their schedule, their daily routines, to knowing very little through the occasional call, text, or visit. It is possible, perhaps likely, that you will cry today and other days because it hurts all the way down to your toes. From my own parent experience, I know right now you are enduring a wide range of emotions. You feel a sense of joy, excitement, and a tremendous amount of pride, all while feeling overwhelmed by anxiety, sadness, and worry. And why would you not feel that way? After all, you're leaving your most precious treasure with us. This wonderful individual that you have raised and nurtured to get to this moment is not going home with you today. In fact, this is the start of the time when home becomes a place they visit, not where they live. But just like any other difficult times in our lives, you have to keep moving forward and let go, because that is exactly what your child needs. Also, the schedule literally reads, "Parents, leave." That's tough, right? It's tough. Even saying it makes me really sad because I get it, I feel it, I have lived it. So as you leave today, I will offer you 3 recommendations that help me move forward. First things first, allow yourself to grieve. This is hard and it hurts. It's the kind of pain that you feel deep in your stomach, deep in your heart. I've done it twice, and it doesn't get any easier. In fact, it will happen many more times. So please give yourself grace as you discover new ways in how to honor this growth process and learn new ways to connect with your child. And remember, stalking is tempting, but never the right answer. It's okay to wish that they called more, but allow them the space they need to navigate their newfound independence. You will adjust, and you will be able to see this more clearly as a beginning for both of you, not as an end. Second, fight your instinct and let them go. Engage in doing things that feed your soul as you learn to transition from being a full-time parent to what I now call an on-call parent. You will be moving from being a decision maker and in control of their lives to being a listener and offering alternatives only when asked. Trust that you've given your child the tools that they need to be on their own. It is crucial for you to remember that they're all here because you did a great job. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, have faith. I want to share a quick story about my middle son, Riley. During his high school years, he balanced a stellar academic performance with numerous extracurricular activities. My husband and I believe that Riley's transition to college would be smooth as he had a track record of excellence. Boy, were we wrong. His first semester was nothing less than a complete disaster. He struggled to keep up academically, leading him to question his career choice and, worse yet, his intellectual capability. When he eventually realized that he needed to seek help, the semester was almost over. No matter what he did to get himself back on track, was simply too late. He had to develop the courage to share with us his first failure. We had to develop the strength to be compassionate and yet firm on expectations. Looking back, there were a couple of things that we all learned. One is that no amount of talking and/or advice on our part would have provided such a powerful lesson as the one he learned on his own. And two, any amount of failure is a key ingredient in the development of courage. Fast forward 4 years, Riley graduated this past May with a bachelor's degree in astrophysics. And just a couple of weeks ago, he started working for the U.S. Department of Defense. It took him a lot of work and commitment to complete his goal, but he did it. So have faith in your child and in the values that you've instilled in them all these years leading up to college. And don't forget, please don't forget, to raise them up in prayer each day. Trust that our merciful and faithful Savior will continue to guide their paths. Okay, so I have shared some recommendations that proved helpful to me. But here is where I want to give you an actual assignment, which I expect you to complete. Okay, students, look back, hold them accountable. Especially, I'm giving you this assignment because you're about to have a little free time, I would say. So, aside from that, how could I be a professor of the year if I didn't provide a meaningful assignment, right? It is due no later than tomorrow at 11:55 p.m. So here's your assignment. You are going to write a letter, like with actual pen and paper. Here is your writing prompt. When I left you at school today, this is what I wanted to say to you. And then let the words and emotions flow. Express every word that didn't quite make it past the lump in your throat and the watery tears in your eyes today while you were trying to stay strong. Once you complete it, mail it to them, like inside an envelope with a postage stamp. I know they will read it more than once every time they need to hear your voice or feel your embrace and reassurance. So this has been deep, right? Could hardly get through it. Take a moment to exhale, grieve, letting go, and having faith will come in time. Okay, students. While your parents take a moment to breathe, now let's talk about what is in store for you. Today, you start a journey across the bridge between the present and your future. And because you're making this journey during a most pivotal moment in human history, it comes with great expectations. I, for one, trust that you will not only live up to them, but that you will exceed them. The world is breathlessly waiting for your generation to cure previously incurable and even not yet known diseases, tackle overwhelming challenges like climate change, show us how to live peacefully as one people in this extraordinarily beautiful planet, and lead humanity's journey of deep space exploration and discovery. No pressure, right? You are going to grow, change, and mature in ways you cannot comprehend now. And that's the whole purpose of college. So as I started thinking about the most important advice to give to you today, I found the list to be unreasonably long. So instead, I will share with you what not to do and why. 1, don't just select a career because you've been told you'd be good at it. We are living in a particularly challenging world, and the future is unknown. It is possible the dream job you choose today may not exist 4 years from now. So devote your time to discovering your passion and mastering skills related to it. Learning how to shift your trajectory is something that is helpful to learn now because it will become a theme throughout the rest of your life. The more you can open up yourself to ideas and passions now, the more well-rounded you will become. And the easier it will be to find a career that not only compensates you well for the work you do, but also makes you happy. This is probably the only chance you will have where you can afford to test different areas of interest and not just become stagnant because you think you should, because that's the major you chose or someone chose for you. Focus on developing a variety of skills and becoming resilient, which is arguably the most important trait you need in any career and in life. 2, don't second guess yourself when the going gets tough. Is there a rap song somewhere in there? Okay, I promise that most things are not going to go as you envisioned. Let me say that again. I promise that most things are not going to go the way you envisioned. The journey you begin today will not be easy. It will require courage. Believe it or not, you will miss home. And I guess that's a good thing because that means that you lived in a home worth missing. Also, you may shrink everything doing laundry. You may not get an A in the class you thought you would. You may fail a class. You may not like your roommate. Or you may stay up too late and not hear the alarm the following morning and be late to or miss class altogether. And it will feel terrible, as change often does. But I also promise you this, you will become a whiz at doing laundry. You will take control and learn to manage your time effectively. You will find your tribe, and you will rediscover the sweetness of naps. 3, don't waste away the best years of your life. Load up your plate with as many academic, athletic, cultural, and social offerings as you can. These are indeed the best years of your life, but you must make them so. How? Well, I cannot underscore enough the importance of attending class and being an active participant of your educational journey. Your days of being a passive learner, sitting in the back and taking notes, are over. We expect you to do the heavy lifting, participate, ask questions. Remember Riley? He told me to make sure and tell you to be humble enough to ask and accept help, even when you think you don't need it. There's so many resources available to you. Go get acquainted with what is available early in the semester, so when you have to access them, you know where to go. It is impossible for someone your age to truly understand how fast time flies, but someday you will look back and wish you made the best of most every opportunity afforded to you. Of course, studying and learning different perspectives from which to make sense of the world is critically important, but so is meeting people and learning from their experiences as well. Doing so will help you become an active member of our community and will expand your circle of friends. It will also give you an expanded circle of friends and a welcome break from academics. But it will also show you how to be a good friend, someone who can be trusted and depended upon. In other words, learn to be the person that cares about others. Last but foremost, know that you have very powerful allies, and they're hiding in plain sight. Can you tell who they are? Your allies are your professors. Aside from being lecturers, professionals, intellectuals, researchers, artists, writers, parents, and more, we are here because our passion is to educate the next generation of leaders who will make a positive and consequential impact on society. These creative and altruistic humans devote an enormous amount of time and energy to help you achieve things you never thought possible. If you accept guidance from your professors and support each other, you will not only survive the next 4 years, you will thrive. I want to wrap up with a quick story. This is a true story of a young woman who was raised in a traditional family that loved and supported her very much. Despite that, her family did not believe in her dreams to become a pilot or a physician, and they advised her to pursue less demanding intellectual professional roles. She took their advice to heart, and it wasn't until attending Florida Southern College as an international student that she truly realized she could be anything she chose to be. Here, she was mentored by great professors who encouraged her to think bigger, look inside herself, and believe in her God-given purpose. She was able to recognize that sometimes the people closest to us can underestimate our ability to succeed. The student went on to obtain 2 master's degrees, a doctoral degree, and manage a large hospital, including medical staff and control over $50 million in budget. So she also became the second woman in the state of Florida to hold a residential building license. I share this powerful story because that student is me. When I reflect, when I reflect on my personal and professional journey, I accept that although it took a lot of work, sacrifice, and commitment, I would not have taken the leap of faith if it had not been for my professors. It is my hope that my story is an inspiration to you, because you also have it within you to be absolutely anything you choose to be. You will find other allies in the future. Of that, I am sure. But for the next 4 years, your professors here at Florida Southern will do everything in our power to lift you up, guide you, support you, and tell you what you need to hear, not always what you want to hear. We will help you little by little to develop the courage it takes to stand up for yourself and then stand up for somebody else. So as you take this leap of faith towards your future, stand tall, be courageous, and enjoy every moment, knowing that you have the support of your family, your new classmates, and your professors behind you every step of the way. Thank you, and welcome to Florida Southern College.
Once again, welcome, students. You're about to become a part of a community of honor and integrity characterized by what we call the Cornerstone. You can find the tenets of the Cornerstone in today's program. With those tenets in mind, we ask you to please stand. Please stand. To partake in the long tradition of the Faculty Senate Covenant, whereby you and the faculty recognize the mutual obligations and responsibilities of being a member of this community.
Today, you enter into the community of scholarship and tradition that is Florida Southern College, a community that has existed since 1883. Today, you join the ranks of thousands who have walked these grounds before you. Thousands who, like you, have come to seek personal growth and knowledge. We, the faculty, extend an earnest welcome to you, inviting you to join us in our mutual pursuit of the highest truth within our disciplines, a pursuit that leads to a quest for the highest truth of all. Such a task is not to be entered into lightly, but with mature conviction of mind, body, and spirit, for you will be challenged in ways and to degrees that you may not have experienced previously, as you join our community of scholarship and tradition and accept the charge. We, the faculty, charge you to pursue intellectual and academic excellence with passion and zeal, to maintain the highest moral and ethical standards, affirming such virtues as truthfulness, honesty, and personal integrity, to contribute to the growth of humanity by respecting the dignity and worth of all God's people, to accept as maturing, growing scholars and individuals that you are the one most responsible for your own education.
Students, please join me in the response printed in your program. As a member of the FSC community, I accept my responsibility to the continued life and vitality of this community. I will do all within my power to uphold both Florida Southern's academic traditions and civic reputations. I accept responsibility for my own growth as a person. I acknowledge that I am the one most responsible for my own education. Thank you.
And now I'm going to ask the faculty to stand and join me as we give our response. We, the faculty, committed to the mission and goals of Florida Southern College, welcome you into our community of scholarship and tradition. We will support you in your years of academic and intellectual growth and help you become college graduates. Moreover, we will do our best to inspire you to become responsible, mature, independent contributors within Florida Southern and the greater community.
Please be seated for closing remarks. Beginning today, you will follow the path of our visionary founders and more than 40,000 alumni who are working and living around the world. It is now your turn to help blaze a path for others to follow, to learn all that you can, and to go out, like all of those before you, to make a positive and consequential impact on our world. We welcome you to the greatest college in America. We believe in you, and we look forward to seeing where your journey takes you and takes our community. I now invite Reverend Wright for the benediction.
And now as you go forth to make your mark and create your future, go now with God's grace. Go in peace and go Mocs. Amen.